Hello and welcome back to Factorio Space Exploration and Krastorio 2. Last time we did finish this very nice plastic build. It's working great. We're gonna need to do something similar, but with sulfur. So I'm gonna steal this. And we're gonna put it... Let's say we put it here. This is gonna be a little bit of a pipe nightmare instead. Which is fine. Meanwhile, we're doing that. I think... we want to get a little bit more ingots here. Ideally. Very much ideally. Because right now we are right on the edge of getting this to work semi-full-time. But, I mean, that ain't happening right now. I also put a power pole here because we forgot the beacon here. It was not powered up. Gonna get a little bit more of these crystals. They're destroying the wall on the same spot every single time. We get these as well. And you're getting that. It's great. Iron is doing really well. This is not. Oh wait, did we run out of wood again? Well, I do have a solution for that though. It's not a great solution, but it is something. Let's do that. Okay, and let's take a look at this. You need a lot. This is 33. Okay. So it looks like this guy is gonna need its own water supply, right? And then this here is water. This here is petroleum. We'd be doing this. So water goes through there. Petroleum goes through there. Then we kind of have to find this. And I think we'll go immediately to the left here. So this will connect here. This is gonna need pretty much its own water supply. So we're gonna go and grab that. From here somewhere. There we go. That fit very well. We'll get power for that. And let's 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe leave 4 here between. Great. We need to construct a little bit of another station here. Can probably go there, right? This will then be sulfur. Boom. That's connected there. Plastic has... Oh, right. So I did cut that. That does make sense. That does make sense. And sulfur is now going. Perfect. We're gonna struggle here. You can take 288 light oil per second, which is not enough, realistically. I think we expand this immediately. I don't think there's any point in not doing that. Let's put that there. This is not gonna help a great deal, but it's gonna help a little bit. Why are we not... Okay, yeah, we're struggling really hard with logistics bots right now. It's unfortunate. I mean, you are consuming quite a decent amount as well. But neither of these have anything. And this is out of vulcanite too. Okay, yeah, that's a little bit cringe, not gonna lie. That is a little bit cringe. I'm wondering here. I'll just leave it like it is. That's fine. Oh yeah, we just don't have enough red belt, I think. Let's finish this up myself, because I do have it on me. Don't have to wait for this, right? So we don't have to wait for this. I was thinking I was improving my science, but looks like we have instead mega tanked it. We're about to hit 1k bots on novice. It's not really helping. We're relying way too much on that right now. Which is the other reason we're doing this kind of stuff now. I really want to get the train stuff going so we can relieve the poor bots from working so much. Okay, so now we can do 400. It's still not enough for this. We don't have any light oil consumption other than cracking. It's gonna be a bit of a struggle, which is very unfortunate, actually. That's very unfortunate. We're gonna add this. We need this. I didn't think we'd get here so fast, but I guess we do. And I mean, 158 is no problem whatsoever. We can already do that. More than that. So we're safe for a very long time, but this here ain't cutting it. This here ain't cutting it. And we're now consuming almost 1 gigawatt of power. Which is cool. Okay, cool. So, this is gonna consume 50k petroleum per minute. How much are we making from just this? Ooh. 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 That's not enough. Okay. I see. So a lot of this is gonna come from the cracking. But it's okay. We'll have a lot of light oil. We'll have a lot of stuff. We are getting 2 full red belts of sulfur. For now. Which is way more than we've had before. Now the question is, do I want a storage for bots to go here and collect sulfur and petroleum? Or not petroleum, but plastic. These are already 500, right? Yes. Well, the easiest thing that I can think of that would be good for us is just setting this as a passive warehouse as well for now. We probably don't have that. I remember building the warehouse here somewhere. So let's get this. And let's upgrade. So if the logistics bots really need something, they can grab it from here. We can always change this back to a normal warehouse later. Not sure we should do this with coal though. Coal is not exactly struggling, but it's not doing great either. This full cargo, go. Perfect. That is great. So the initial part of this is done. How are we doing with other things? Oh, that's repair packs. Wait, why are you taking repair packs? Oh, are you sending them back to the buffer chest? I think you are. Interesting. That's very interesting. I'm not sure I like that. I'm not sure I like that. Did the logistics bots calm down yet? No, they did not. We're not really doing much outside the mall. We're doing some for this and the vulcanite. And I think vulcanite is taking a lot of it, actually. Okay. Do I just want to bite the bullet here and send a belt? Because this ain't working. This is just eating every single logistics bot that I have. How much do you need? Not that much. Not that much. Well, there's no way that we're doing that with yellow belt. Or blue belt, sorry. That was a bit excessive. There we go. And then just go into this. Like so. That freed up half of our logistics spots without joking. Without joking. This here is a little bit problematic though. Because this is not gonna send anything unless iron is full. And iron is not getting full right now. Iron is depleting. Oof. Wait, are we saying we're consuming more than we're making? Well, obviously we are, but by how much? Oh, it's not nothing. That's 500 roughly. That is not nothing. I'm gonna leave this and see if this fixes itself. But I kinda doubt it. I kinda doubt it. Okay, you're having trouble outputting. What we could do here is do this. So whenever there are very, very small gaps like this one, this would kind of fill that. It's not a nice solution. But it is gonna work. And it should make this very, very stable. I mean, it's 2.7k, but there's these small freaking gaps, man. We need to upgrade that power pole as well, because otherwise that's not going to be covered. Yeah, we definitely freed up some bots. Unfortunately, we just destroyed this completely. Let's remove these. That's fine. Okay, let's see if this side loading thing is working. I mean, it is working. I know it is working. Yeah, so there we see we cover these small gaps. Should have done this from the start, to be honest. I doubt it's gonna make a huge difference. Okay, but we are kinda filling this up now. Yeah, I think we're gonna reach a point where it's about same. I mean, next step is putting better modules here. But that ain't happening right now. Although Vulcanite is gonna get a little bit of a break with this. Let's check on Ogun. Oh wait, you are struggling with this. We are genuinely not getting enough resources to keep shooting here. Ogun, I know I was looking at this before. We don't have enough heat shielding. We don't have enough explosives. Yeah, I don't think you are making enough explosives. We can grab some from this as well, because we can make a little bit more with that. It's 1 per second. Sulfur is absolutely tanked right now. Because of reasons. Speaking of sulfur, I'm gonna be removing this. Maybe I should put some power over here as well. Otherwise, that ain't gonna do shit. And we should have the warehouses here. Okay, yeah. Okay, good. Perfect. So whenever we need sulfur for modules, we're gonna take it from there. Which is great. This should free up some sulfur for this to do other stuff. But not by much. Well, we have fixed most of that anyway. We're getting some enriched iron here. Okay, let's take a look. It is filling up. It is filling up. Wait, how did we get that through? Oh, it must have... Yeah. It must have been there when we replaced this. We probably got a couple there. Okay. Anyway. This feels like this is pretty done at this point. Or now. I think we're pretty satisfied with how this turned out. The only oil product that I'm really missing is sulfuric acid. and lubricant. Sulfuric acid and lubricant. We could, actually. Hello. We could do something like this. We could do something like this. This part here is going to be very ineffective, right? But we could do that. The problem here is going to be getting iron plates to come in here. What if we game the system? We could do that. We could do that. And then this would then be, let's say, lube ricante. This would be wait, we can probably not set that up right now. Because we have this for the uranium train. You know what? Kind of think we do this. And then we say this is where sulfuric acid should come from. Then we can remove this part here. Can remove that. Just clean all of this up, really. And we can remove that. Okay. I mean, lubricant is very easy. Lubricant is very, very easy. Because it's just heavy oil into lubricant. We can, this is probably way overkill right now. This is probably... Is this too much? We'll do this. We'll put that there. Take lubricant out. We'll just take lubricant out this way. And this was lubricant, right? Oh no, we can't do that. We'll have to go through the other side, which is fine. It's just slightly bothersome. I mean, I don't even know if we want to use productivity for this. We'll make sure we have some lubricant over here. Can remove that. I don't think we're using lubricant at all outside of the thing right now, so we can remove that. Actually, I don't think we use heavy oil at all outside of that, which is a problem in itself. Are we getting anything done down here? Not really. Well, this is now stacking up. Finally. Finally, this is full. So we'll be getting a little bit of this down here. Just started trickling down, so finally we're getting somewhere with that. So we'll see what we can do with the ingots. And this, and it needs some power. We'll have the lubricant here. Okay. You're just not making that much lubricant. I'll be honest. I don't really want modules in this either, to be fair. It's gonna be speed modules done. 114. I mean 80 per second. Okay, that's fine. Now, sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid. The problem with sulfuric acid is that we need to get iron plates in there. And one easy solution for this right now would be to just belt it here instead of here, right? But we're kind of dependent on this. So I think what we do is we plan out something here. Because this also needs water, right? Let's say we can do this. I don't care about the modules really. But you're gonna need something to come in here. So you both need the sulfur and the iron plates, right? And you're gonna need modules as well. Yeah, that's the cringe part about this. If we do this... This is not gonna leave anything for modules, right? Not a huge fan of this. I mean, it kind of makes sense. But I don't like how this looks. But let's say we do this, yeah? We'd have this here. That there. That's gonna cover that, and then we'd need another one. Like so. We could do something like this. That's gonna be a lot of sulfuric acid. How much do we... Okay. That's a bit much. That's a bit much. Probably. 6k sulfur per minute is not something that I can really support. This is, I mean, this is still 1200, which is, I mean, I feel like it's kind of borderline. I feel like it's kind of borderline. What would be the alternative to this? Whoops. So first and foremost, we could make a room here. Like this, right? Then we could put this there, which would cover 4. And then we could just do this, right? And do that, and do that. This would then eat, in theory, wait, what? Okay. Let me power this up. Yeah. This is also something we're not going to be able to handle. So this is borderline. This is very borderline. How much are we doing right now? Now we're doing 200. Okay. So with this setup, we'd have to drag another water belt, or not belt, but we'd have to drag some water through here, most likely. Let's drag it there. And then we'll drag it from the sea. We'll put that there. That's gonna work. That's gonna go there. We'd have this. Go here. Then we'll find the output of the sulfuric acid, which will be here. Like so. Not bad, not bad. You go lubricant. Full cargo. Boom. You go sulfuric acid. Full cargo. Boom. Train limit 1. Okay. Okay. So feeding this half a belt of sulfur is not gonna work. So I'm thinking I want to do this, but that's not gonna work. That's just not gonna work. We're gonna have to hope that me putting these modules in here is gonna slow this down enough to 70 per second. Yeah, that's only a fuck ton more than I can produce right now. It's so bad. In terms of iron, we're still kind of maxed out. We are probably eating all the enriched that we can still. And not able to produce that many ingots. This is what it is. I probably need to make another belt of enriched. But I also want to get going on making a proper iron smelting area. And that would look something like this. Let's build this. Now, I don't know how much we need. I'll be honest. This is not gonna be that. That's gonna be something else. We are gonna remove this. So I'm thinking, because I have no clue, but we probably want to have two output things here, yeah? So we definitely want to output iron plates. Where the hell did iron plates go? Yes. The question is that gonna be enough? But I can also see we want to output enriched iron and iron ingots. Because we want to make iron ingots up here as well, right? So I'm just gonna take for granted a little bit and pretend that we don't need two plate trains. I'm pretending that we don't need that right now. I'm assuming that might be incorrect. That's kind of likely to be incorrect. I want to fix up the power here eventually. Can we get this, please? We'll take this. Okay, we're gonna wait for that to be built. We're gonna build, I think we'll put that there. We'll take train signal. We'll probably just put that there. So, enriched iron out, iron plates out, and iron ingots out. We definitely need sulfuric acid in. And we definitely need water in. Now, this build here would use 6,000 water per minute. I'm thinking, any chance we are training this in? I'm gonna say no. Because I'm assuming that we want to process more than one blue belt of enriched iron eventually. Let's say we would want 4 blue belts. I mean, I'm kind of assuming a lot here, but 4 blue belts would be 1.5 train per minute full of water. That's gonna be a lot of traffic. This is 45 times 60. That's 2.7, right? 45 times 60 is 2.7. That is indeed correct. Trying to see if we can look at 2.7 specifically. Not really. But this is 2.6. So we're gonna need 4 full blue belts of that to make 4 full blue belts of iron. Which would need 144 of these at the current. Is there even anything else we can? Plates from enriched iron, what can I make that in? I'm getting very distracted right now. Yeah, we could make them in an industrial furnace, which has a lot higher crafting speed, and the possibility to have 5 modules instead of 2. And we could make an advanced furnace as well, which is even better. Do we have the ability to make those? No. What size are they? This is an advanced furnace. This is an industrial furnace. Okay, so they are size-wise way bigger. They pollute a lot more, and they have 8 crafting speed. Okay. Advanced furnace. Well, that's still a ways away. We don't need to think about that at all for now. Can we build this? I want to check something as well. Okay, so we have the inputs here, kind of. We also need iron ore in, because ideally I don't want to belt this here at all. We need sulfuric acid in, and we're gonna pipe water in. And that should be it. Now, to smelt this, we need sand and vulcanite to do this process specifically. So if we put this in here, let's say we put a full belt of, let's say, yeah, okay. So we put in 1K, we're gonna get 30% more out. Unfortunately, this is not what we're gonna do. We are going to do this instead. Which unfortunately... I don't think we do that. I think it's too early. Is it too early to do that? How many ingots do we need per thing? So 1 ingot will make 10 plates. So it's 10 times as much. So this setup here would do 800 iron plates per minute. Yeah, that ain't happening. That ain't happening. Okay. That's just not happening. At all. So we're gonna stick to the enriched iron for now and build that process around this. So we need iron in. So we'd need a station kind of like this. Can we build that more compact? Did I do that somewhere? Not really. Yeah, we're gonna try and see if we can make that more compact. I was thinking if we can make this go one step further here, but then we wouldn't be able to have 4 inputs on this side here, so probably not. But we do need iron to come in here. We'll put that there. So let me grab this. We'll do a little bit of a tracky there. A little bit of a tracky here. We'll put that there. So this would be the reverse of this, yeah? So we'll take this. It doesn't matter what we name that for now. But this would go in instead. Well, that's pretty good. We'll just do that. And then I think what we do is we take something like this. That we put here. That should be fine. We'll take that as an output. I'm gonna remove that for now. We'll take this to go immediately here. Hello? There we go. We're gonna need that to be constructed. Yeah, we're gonna need to really look at power here in a second, but we are getting a layout here that kind of works. This also needs to be renamed something else. Which is fine. Do we want to put a huge tank here? Probably. Probably. But not like this. Not like this either. Like that. That's fine. Okay. So we have a basic layout of what we need. This is pretty sure. Change the direction of these, yeah? No, we don't want to take that out. So we change the direction of these belts. You go there, you go there. In, out. That goes there. You go there, that, out, in. Okay. Iron in, sulfuric acid in, ingots, enriched iron, plates out. Okay. And then we're gonna repeat the same thing for copper. It's gonna look exactly like this. Probably gonna have to find a decent spot for it. We don't really have anything great right now. This would be a good candidate. Stone is in the way here. We won't be able to mine this iron if we go here, probably. Kind of. It's gonna be very borderline. Do we care about that? Probably not. We have other iron patches we can access. Okay, why are you not? You'll be built eventually. Anyway. I think that's going to be it for today's episode. We did get a lot done. Sulfur is not exactly running yet. This is struggling. Not exactly struggling. Okay. We can most likely fill this up with a bit more. We should be doing that more. Because now we can have more ingots on the way. But we're gonna unlock this in not that long. And next time we're gonna finish and rebuild the whole iron setup. It's gonna be way more efficient than this is. Yeah, that's about it. So, thanks for watching. And if you like this content, consider subscribing to my channel. And as always, have a incredibly nice day.